So, what is on the menu today? Ah yes, more pleasure. This little guy has played video games for over 3 hours and still can't get enough of it. But eventually hunger kicks in and he puts a pizza in the microwave. While waiting for it, he scrolls down TikTok to kill the time. A few minutes pass by and the pizza is done. But why are you still on your phone? Just a few more videos and that's it. The videos are short anyway. After he had enough, he looked at the clock and 30 minutes passed! A cold pizza is just as good while watching MrBeast's latest video. A few hours go by and he still hasn't done anything worthwhile. But then he gets horny and wastes another hour watching porn. At 2 AM he finally turns off his phone and goes to bed. But he can't sleep and is now haunted by his own thoughts.
Failure!
Now, because of his time wasting, he's feeling guilty and depressed. That description is a normal day for most people in today's standard, wasting their time like it's infinite and only indulging in instant gratification. But a lot of people, mostly men, are depressed, even though they just participate in stuff that makes them happy, right? Well, every time you're doing things like playing video games or eating a lot of junk food, your dopamine level rises, which will make you happy for now. And once you have enough of it, this level decreases back to a baseline. But this baseline decreases the more you indulge in instant gratification and the more your dopamine levels rise above normal. Like in the saying, he who flies high will fall low, all of it crashes down, sometimes even below your baseline, and your general baseline decreases. Because dopamine is also responsible for your motivation and drive, you will feel sad and lazy afterwards. I was at a stage where I played video games for hours every day and thought about nothing else. While in school, playing tennis, or sometimes even with friends, the only thing I wanted to do is to get home as quickly as possible and to play another game of FIFA. I was happy while playing the video game, but afterwards, especially when I went to bed, I had negative thoughts about me and even other people. I once even questioned myself why I was so depressed, even though I had anything, and I did everything, even though I knew the answer to it already. But one day I decided to get myself together and to get onto new good habits like jogging and reading books. And the more I did them, the more fulfilled I felt at the end of the day. The first thing you should get into order is your sleep. I know that every single video is going to tell you this, but sleep is actually very important and decides how your day is gonna be. If you didn't have enough sleep last night, you will feel up grumpy and unmotivated. Until you had your first coffee or fully woke up, you will waste your time on unimportant, insignificant things. But even after you fully woke up, you will have a dejected feeling that will kill any motivation for hard work. So definitely remember that your day has a big impact on how your day... What? So definitely remember that your sleep has a big impact on how your day will be going. Eating processed and junk food has a similar effect on you. It will first fill you up so that you're in a fulfilled state where you just want to relax and won't have any motivation whatsoever. The bad foods will give you a bad feeling which you will drag around the whole day and will even affect the ability to deeply focus on something. When I eat pizza or something similar, then I just feel like I have a stone in my stomach and that I'm unable to move or even think clearly. If I instead eat a salad or some vegetables, I feel full but energized to get onto a new project or task. So you definitely have to lower your participation in instant gratification activities. If you want to have a more detailed approach for this step, watch my latest bad habits video, but shortly, you have to build a certain level of self-confidence and control. You can also make it a lot easier by reducing the confrontation with these activities. Then you have to schedule your day so that you have a plan to follow. If you always have something to do, you will be distracted and won't have any desire to do anything unimportant because of your boredom. Plan it out with things that you put off for another day or with good habits that you always wanted to start. You will obviously be more productive, but will also increase the baseline for your dopamine. Over time, you won't just have more drive to accomplish things, but will also be a lot happier and fulfilled. The things that you will do each day will be some kind of suffering which will demand a lot of discipline from you. But the more you suffer intentionally and unintentionally, the more your dopamine baseline rises as well as your own happiness. This suffering also helps you to make one's hard activities easy, because your general pain and working level rises each time you exercise these good habits or hard challenges. When I first started to run, I chose a track that was hard and which I thought I couldn't run without proper training before. When I then got going, I quickly realized that I missed the basics, like how to breathe and how to run properly. And after 1.5 hours, I got it done and was extremely exhausted and fatigued. But I did it again and again and again, and am now able to run the same track in just under 23 minutes. So the more you practice hard activities, the easier they get with each execution. If you want to make it the hard but extremely effective way, I would recommend for you to do a dopamine detox. As we discussed earlier, dopamine is responsible to make you feel more happy and fulfilled in life. The more you indulge in it, the worse you feel throughout the day. The goal for dopamine detox is to get into a mode where you will indulge in little or non-cheap dopamine sources, and where you will get into a mode where your full attention is directed at work and bettering yourself. There you also schedule out your whole day, but compromise the usage of media like your phones or your computer. Most people do this for 2 weeks and then move on with a less strict version, but I will definitely recommend you to do it at least for 1 full week. The last tip I would give you is to meditate for a few minutes every day so that you are more aware of your surroundings and yourself. Meditation helps you to not get lost in thoughts and to be generally more present in life. This simultaneously helps you to acknowledge and to appreciate your current situation. The more you are able to appreciate the little things in life, the more happy you will be. So remember that the more you are aware of your actions and the more you consciously choose to suffer, the more happier and fulfilled you will be in life and the more self-confidence you will get. Always keep your focus on your purpose. See you next time.